So, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to start our 400 meters hurdles interview press conference. Ray Benjamin will join us soon. He's at the doping control room. So, without further ado, questions as per the standard procedure. Please raise your hands.
Larry Eater, Run Blog Run. Karston, congratulations. So here's my question for you. At the beginning of the season, Mr. Samba, Mr. Benjamin had put some pretty serious times down, and I think people may have been discounting you a little bit, and you started throwing down some really good times, but you also talked about focusing on your technique a little more this season. Can you tell us what's made the difference for you in 2019?
Hello? Okay, is this good? Yeah. First of all, I want to say that I have very huge respect for my opponents. Samba, he beat me all last year. I'm very humbled to be in his company. At the same time, I always focus on my own journey. For me, I don't get stressed out by what other people do. Me and my coach have a plan. We work very hard, of course, and I know the other guys work very hard. So for me, it was just trying to get out my potential, and it seems to go well for me, I think.
Gentleman here in the front.
Question for Karston. The 400 meters has probably the greatest depth that the event has probably ever had right now. How much does it mean to you to actually be champion during this particular era?
It's of course the biggest thing you can be is a champion. And also now with all these great opponents and everyone posting very good times, you know, everybody on the podium this time has sub 47 PBs, and it's crazy times coming, and I know that I have to work very hard if I want to keep this thing going, because these guys are going to hunt me, I think. Don't you think? I'm going to be there next year, yeah. As you can see, so I'm not going to sleep.
Hi. Karston, Eddie Pels from Associated Press, and I'm sorry for this question, but there had been a fair amount of talk, given you had all these sub-47 guys, that today maybe the world record would go. What did you think when you saw your time, or did you maybe know that it wasn't going to happen today because of the conditions, or?
To be honest, I didn't. I don't care. You know, it was only about the gold medal today. If I won the gold medal in 1 minute, I would still be very happy. So the world record, it doesn't concern me. You know, I never go out there with the intention to break a world record. I go out there with the intention to have fun and to try to win the race. And today was all about that. And who knows? I probably won't be the person holding the world record. I have very good people around me that can also take it. So who knows? But for now, I'm world champion, and that is all that counts for me.
Karston, over here to your right, over here.
Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, hi. Rob Woolard from AFP. I just wanted to ask you about the pre-race light show and what you made of that, and had you ever experienced anything like that before, and how did it pump you up for the race?
Was there a light show?
No. There was a light show, but
cool. I didn't notice. I was too focused on my race. But it was probably cool. I'll see it on TV afterwards.
Vijay from InsideQatar.com. This is for Samba. Samba, how was the preparation? You did have a little bit of a problem with your hamstring, but did you feel confident going into the race? And even through the race, did you feel that you could end up in the top 3?
السؤال لك يا كابتن بخصوص الاستعداد، وحكى انك انت واجهت مشكله، ما مدى ثقتك في دخولك وكسب ميداليه في هذا السباق؟
طبعا اليوم المشاركه حقت عبد الرحمن صمبا كانت من الهيت الاول، كانت مشاركه جزء معنويه، انه جلس يشارك عشان البطوله في الدوحه، عشان للحين وقت الاصابه لسه ما انتهى اصلا. بس الحمد لله رب العالمين، يعني اني اطلع بالميداليه البرونزيه تعتبر هذه بالنسبه لي ذهب اصلا، يعني ما الحمد لله رب العالمين. موسم انتهى، الحين نفكر في الموسم الجاي وأنا جدا سعيد بالبرونز.
Well, he considered this bronze medal is a gold medal. He didn't expect to win since you have mentioned the problem that he has faced. So he participated because it's the championship on Qatar and he wanted to leave a print. But winning the bronze is a gold for him and it's the end of the season and he's looking forward for coming seasons.
Larry? Mike is coming.
Abdirman, congratulations on your medal. You've had a lot of pressure from your country, obviously, to do well, and you wanted to do well for your country. Can you tell us about your injury and when it happened, what you had to do to bring yourself back to race so well tonight?
عبد الرحمن، السؤال بيتعلق بالضغوطات الكثيرة التي كانت عليك من أجل تحقيق ميدالية لدولة قطر. فهلا ذكرت لنا ما هذه الضغوطات وأيضا هلا تحدثت لنا عن إصابتك، متى كانت إصابتك ومتى تعافيت أو استعددت أو تجاوزت هذه الإصابة لإحراز هذه الميدالية؟
طبعا ما أعتقد أن كان في ضغوطات، لأنه طبعا البطولة هذه أصلا كنت جاهز معنويا أكثر ما أنا جاهز بدنيا. يعني الحمد لله يعني الاتحاد يعني قدروا يجهزوني معنويا، يعني كنت جاهز بس معنويا، بدنيا ماني جاهز. وما بالنسبة للبطولة أو الإصابة كانت قبل ملتقى لندن في الدايموند ليج، كنت المفروض أشارك 400 فلات. كان تمزق في العضلة الخلفية والوتر. طبعا كانت مدة الاستشفاء تعتبر من 10 أسابيع ل 12 أسبوع، والحين تقريبا 9 و 8 أسابيع، يعني باقي وقت. بس الحمد لله رب العالمين، يعني قلت الحمد لله رب العالمين إني في نهاية الموسم يعني قدرت أحقق ميدالية، لأن إحنا لسه أصلاً ماني مستوعب تحقيق هذه الميدالية، وجداً سعيد.
Well, he says that there were no pressure whatsoever, and he received good support from Qatari association, athletic association. So he didn't have any pressures, and he was prepared morally to participate in this championship. About the injury, he suffered from this injury before London, and it was in his back muscle, and he was supposed to participate in the 400 flat, but because of that injury and the recovery that was expected to take from 10 to 12 weeks. But luckily, after 9 weeks, he was recovered, and he was, as we have said, able to win this medal at the end of the season, and he considered this a big achievement for him.
The gentleman on the second row.
Hello, John Rasmussen, Dagbladet Norway. This is a question for Samba. You chose to walk through the press zone after the first two races. And I'm just curious as to why you didn't talk to the press after the first races.
Sorry, I didn't get the question. He said
I
decided to walk through.
فهمت
تفضل.
طبعا ما تكلمت مع الصحافة. طبعا ما تكلمت مع الصحافة لأنه يعني ما كان في شيء يتكلم عنه، يعني ما حد يتكلم عن الإصابة وأنت لسه ما خلصت البطولة، وما في وقت إني أقدر أشرح لهم أنا مصاب وأنا ماني مصاب وإيش فيه وإيش ما فيه. فكان من الأفضل إني أتجاوز هذه المرحلة لين بعد النهائي، يعني بعد النهائي بعد ما أخلص، حتى لو ما كنت انتهيت ممكن أتكلم، بس الحمد لله رب العالمين قلت خلنا أخلص لين أوصل آخر مرحلة في البطولة وأصير أتكلم عن الأشياء اللي أنا فيها، بدل ما نبدأ بداية البطولة وأتكلم وأقول إصابة وما إصابة. بعض الأحيان ممكن ما أعتبرها إنها عذر، بس ممكن تكون تحطمني أنا كشخصيا، فما كنت حاطة ببالي نتكلم عنها، لأنها أكيد لو مع أي لقاء لازم نتكلم عن هذه الأشياء.
So he decided not to speak to the journalist because he didn't believe there's anything to share with the press. He decided, instead of talking about this at the beginning of the season, to maybe end the season and then, or maybe share with the press what happened with him. So at the beginning, he worked through this because he didn't have anything to share, and even he didn't want to put more pressure on himself by mentioning his injury or things like this.
There's a mic here in the front.
Hi there, Jonathan Galt here with Let'sRun.com. Question is for both of you guys. You both entered in the flat 400 meters. Will you guys compete in that event as well?
السؤال لكم اثنين، انتم دخلتوا في سباقات ال 400 فلات، فهل سوف تنافس مرة أخرى في هذا السباقات ولا لا؟
طبعا اكيد انا راح انافس 400 فلات، وكان اطلب من المتوقع اني ببطوله العالم العب 400 فلات، بس لو كان يعني كنت في حاله احسن كنت راح انافس على 400 فلات برضو، بس انه يعني رجلي ما تساعدني انافس، فحبيت اني انسحب عن ال 400 فلات.
Of course, he will be competing in the 400 flat, but he believed that he was not ready in the World Championship. But of course, in the future, he will be, of course, participating in the 400 flat.
Karsten?
I will not be competing in the 400-meter flat. I decided last night when you have to deliver your saying if you want to go or not. So I decided last night that I was going to go all in for the 40-meter hurdles and to try to defend the title. The only reason I wanted to put myself up for it was in case that I missed the hurdle or went out of the competition in some way. But for me, it's not going to happen now. I'm going to take a vacation and go out there and train harder. I don't think it will benefit my my legs to go out there for more lactate acid. It's crazy. I don't want to do it. Don't you guys want to go home now?
Question for Carsten. How do you plan to celebrate this victory tonight and into the week?
It's going to be the same way as I did in London 2017. Go back to the room with my coach, sit down. He will drink a Coke. I will just sit down, relax, and we will talk about all the good things that we were doing, all the work, and how much we feel like we deserve this. And then I will go to bed very happy with a smile on my face, and that's going to be it. You know, the best celebration is when you cross the finish line and the feeling you get there. Nothing beats that. So it's not going to be big of a party. I'm gonna share this with a few people that has invested a lot in me.
One last question. Gentleman here, second row.
Kurt Haugli, Aftenposten, Norway. How was it to do the lap of honor in front of empty seats?
I'm used to talking to myself, so it was okay. There was actually some Norwegians there, and I decided to go and say hello to all Norwegians that has taken the trip over here to Qatar and say hello to them. But of course, it was something else when we were in London and there were 60,000 people on the stands. I got to be honest about that. But at the same time, with the gold medal there, I couldn't care less. There could have been no people, and I would walk like this. So it was okay.